Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Set. Look at it. 56. Gun. 56.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
65.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Rush in. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Great.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. 8. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch 20.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Newton to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
Check 43. 65.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his third year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
12. Hey, Foxtrot.
From the 40 now on second down. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And bulldozing his way through. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
59. 8.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Gun.
Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
I can't believe they even let you play. Watch out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
21. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 180. Check, 59. Watch the curl.
On second down, it's Coleman. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On third down, here's Coleman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the out. 11.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21. Check. 12, fellas, here we go. Two.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Here we go. Mike, 54. You're not ready.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Here we go.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Newton has the hook up here to Hogan. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
It's caught by Sanders. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
X3, 218, chopper. Man.
Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Coleman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what...
That's caught at the 25. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Garoppolo toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Newton. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were
and I think the ball's out. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
They're not ready for this, man. 21.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Gun.
1st and goal.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Garoppolo now. Man open. It's Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From midfield now on 2nd down, Newton. And some space here. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
He's going to take a shot right away for the... And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo as his guys continue to pour it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
Panthers take over
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
8, 20.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 94 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Gano the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But fortunately, a Panther was able to get on this, so Carolina keeps the ball.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
From the 38, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Newton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Check 99.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Here I come again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K'Wan Short able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on 1st down, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw is Garoppolo. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up